Welcome, brave readers, to a spine-chilling journey into the heart of darkness where the mundane meets the macabre. We all frequent grocery stores, places of routine and familiarity. But what if I told you that behind the well-stocked shelves and friendly cashiers, there lurks a realm of unsettling stories that will make you question the safety of your next trip to the supermarket? Buckle up, for we are about to embark on a bone-chilling exploration of 5 true scary grocery store horror stories that will send shivers down your spine. The Haunting in Aisle 13. Our first tale takes us to a seemingly ordinary grocery store in a small town, where locals once whispered about strange occurrences in Aisle 13. Regular shoppers reported eerie sensations, sudden temperature drops, and even glimpses of ghostly figures among the cereal boxes and canned goods. One particular night, a courageous stock clerk decided to investigate the mysterious happenings. Armed with nothing but a flashlight, he ventured into the foreboding aisle. As he reached the middle, the lights flickered, and he heard faint whispers in the air. Suddenly, a spectral figure emerged, clad in outdated clothing, its eyes conveying a tale of despair. Turns out, the grocery store was built atop an old graveyard, and aisle 13 sat directly above the unmarked graves of the forgotten. Locals believe that the spirits of the restless souls sought solace in the familiarity of the grocery store, forever haunting the unsuspecting shoppers who dare to venture into their spectral domain. The Cursed Shopping Cart. In a bustling city, a woman named Emily experienced a shopping trip that turned into a nightmare she could never forget. As she strolled through the produce section, she noticed an abandoned shopping cart, seemingly left unattended. Curiosity got the better of her, and she decided to take a closer look. Little did she know, the shopping cart was cursed, a relic from a dark incident that occurred years ago in the very same store. Legend had it that a disgruntled employee had placed a curse on the cart after being wrongfully terminated. From that day forward, the cursed cart roamed the aisles, bringing misfortune to anyone who dared to use it. Emily, unsuspecting of the cart's dark history, placed her groceries inside and proceeded to the checkout. As she approached the counter, the cashier's face turned pale. The total rang up to $666, an ominous sign that left both Emily and the cashier in shock. From that day on, the cursed shopping cart continued its malevolent journey, leaving a trail of inexplicable misfortunes in its wake. The Night Shift Terrors. For those who have ever worked the night shift at a grocery store, the aisles take on an entirely different character after the sun sets. In a suburban supermarket, a night shift employee named Jason discovered that the empty store harbored more than just the usual restocking and cleaning duties. One night, while navigating the dimly lit aisles, Jason heard strange whispers emanating from the freezer section. Chills ran down his spine as he realized the voices were not of the living. Ghostly figures, clad in the uniforms of long-gone employees, wandered the store, restocking shelves as if caught in an eternal loop. Investigations revealed that the supermarket had been built on the site of an old factory, where a tragic accident had claimed the lives of several workers. The spirits of these workers, it seemed, continued their duties in the afterlife, eternally bound to the grocery store's aisles during the silent hours of the night. The mysterious checkout line. Checkout lines are typically mundane, but in a suburban supermarket, a peculiar checkout line earned a reputation for being a gateway to the unknown. The third checkout lane, when used after midnight, reportedly transported shoppers to a parallel dimension. One unsuspecting customer, Sarah, found herself in a surreal landscape after completing her purchase. The store's interior twisted and contorted into bizarre shapes, and the once familiar products on the shelves took on nightmarish forms. Panicking, Sarah rushed back to the checkout lane, only to find it had vanished, leaving her stranded in the otherworldly realm. Legend has it that the checkout line served as a portal between dimensions, and those who entered during the bewitching hour risked becoming permanent residents of the alternate reality. As for Sarah, her fate remains unknown, lost between the realms of the ordinary and the supernatural. The Phantom Shopper. In a quaint town, a grocery store became the focal point of an unsettling mystery. Regular shoppers began noticing a peculiar figure, always at a distance, seemingly observing them from the shadows. Described as a phantom shopper, this mysterious entity left behind an air of discomfort and paranoia. One brave employee, determined to unveil the truth, decided to follow the phantom shopper discreetly. As they trailed the elusive figure through the aisles, the lights flickered, and a chilling wind swept through the store. The phantom shopper suddenly turned and made eye contact with the employee, sending shivers down their spine. It turned out that the phantom shopper was a spirit trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. The grocery store had once been a gathering place for the town's residents, and this spirit was unable to move on, forever condemned to wander the aisles in search of the normalcy it had lost. These true grocery store horror stories serve as a stark reminder that the seemingly mundane can harbor the extraordinary. The next time you find yourself wandering the aisles, keep an eye out for the inexplicable and the supernatural, for the grocery store might just be a gateway to a world beyond our comprehension. Happy shopping, and may your encounters be free of the spine-chilling tales that lurk in the shadows of the supermarket aisles. As we conclude our journey through the eerie tales of grocery store horrors, it's essential to recognize that the stories shared here exist at the intersection of the mundane and the supernatural. While these narratives may seem fantastical, they tap into the universal fear of the unknown that lurks within the familiar corners of our daily lives. Imagine yourself navigating the fluorescent-lit aisles, perusing the neatly stacked shelves, and exchanging pleasantries with fellow shoppers. It's a scenario we've all experienced countless times, but the stories recounted above challenge the perception of grocery stores as safe havens. They remind us that behind the facade of routine lies a world where the boundaries between reality and the paranormal blur, and the ordinary can transform into the extraordinary. But why do these stories captivate us? Perhaps it's the idea that the places we consider safe and routine can harbor secrets beyond our comprehension. The grocery store, a symbol of modern convenience and normalcy, becomes the stage for otherworldly encounters that defy explanation. It's the unsettling notion that the supernatural can infiltrate the most commonplace aspects of our lives, catching us off guard when we least expect it. Moreover, these tales play on our primal fears: the fear of the unknown, the fear of being watched, and the fear of encountering the supernatural. The setting of a grocery store, a space associated with the basic necessity of sustenance, amplifies the sense of vulnerability. After all, who would suspect that a routine trip to buy groceries could lead to a brush with the paranormal? As we reflect on these stories, it's crucial to remember that folklore and urban legends often serve as a reflection of societal fears and anxieties. The grocery store, a communal space where people from all walks of life converge, becomes a fitting backdrop for these tales. It symbolizes the collective experience of the everyday, making the horror stories resonate on a deeper level. While it's unlikely that every grocery store harbors supernatural occurrences, the power of these narratives lies in their ability to tap into the collective imagination. They invite us to question the boundaries of our reality and consider the possibility that there might be more to the mundane than meets the eye. So, the next time you find yourself strolling through the aisles, remember the tales of the haunted grocery stores. Allow a subtle shiver to run down your spine as you glance at the empty checkout lanes after midnight, or wonder about the history that lies beneath the seemingly innocent aisle markers. In doing so, you'll find a newfound appreciation for the fine line between the ordinary and the extraordinary.